Yeah, Ralphie May actually died too soon because he would have been perfect for the pandemic because he's so fat, everyone's 6 feet away. He can go anywhere.
Someone mute Andy. Mute Andy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not again. Somebody
Hi.
turn the
What's up,
back
guys?
on this mic off. I've been hearing Christmas music through my headphones. I don't know why.
Really?
Like I couldn't tell. I finally. I heard Jingle Bell Rock was the last one, and it's like fucking way early to be hearing Christmas music in your own head. It's not even.
What's it plugged into?
It's coming out of
your laptop.
It's plugged into the head, the mic, and then that's it.
Yeah.
But somehow I'm getting Christmas music through these fucking headphones. It's not helping.
It's the fillings in your teeth.
Yeah. I've never had a cavity, so that's
really?
out. Yeah.
Well, Chaille,
Animal.
it's like the
Never
it's
had
like the
one
COVID.
big.
It's like the COVID testing program. You know, if you don't do any tests, you don't have any cases.
Oh, you've also never been to a dentist, so I get it.
I didn't even know what a
that's-
dentist was, and then I had a gap teeth, and I wanted to get it fixed, so I went into a dentist, and I had no idea about any of that shit, and then I'd never had a cleaning, so that was a fucking nightmare.
Oh
And,
man.
Yeah.
So
and
this
then,
was a thing, Andy, you had to figure out on your own because your
Yeah.
parents in no way instructed you.
Yeah, no, my dad never mentioned anything about the term orthodontist never came up in conversation. We all had
He probably had a funny
I
name
don't-
for the orthodontist.
yeah, white pants.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's such a bad thing, Andy, because my mom I think she had like Munchausen's by proxy because she'd fucking take me for shit. I had a root canal done on a baby tooth once, and I got older, and I'm like,
On a
wait,
baby
that just comes out. What the fuck? Why would I have to do that?
What?
You got gold
That's-
bait.
That's fucking torture.
Right.
Yeah. My mom used to tell the doctors I had asthma. I had to carry around a fucking inhaler. It wasn't until I got into like high school and I was wrestling and stuff later, and I'm like, well, I don't have asthma.
Yeah, I don't know about. Well, my mom just couldn't understand what the doctors told her or get half of it, and thought I would like. I'm not allergic to the sun. I think that's called albino, but I had special cream I'd put on my cheeks, get rashes, and my mom would say, "You're allergic to the sun." And I was like fucking horrified out on hot days, going, "God damn it, it's gonna kill me out here."
Andy,
I
you
think
do realize that albino is not the condition of being allergic to the sun.
Really? Well, how come they don't get a nice tan
They
and
don't
just get
Well, it's
over it?
done, but they're not allergic to it.
Yeah. They just try laying in the sun then. Maybe you're not an albino. Maybe you just haven't really
Yeah.
done the shit.
Come on out.
Give it
I
a
think I
whirl,
might
man.
have told you guys this before, but when I was a kid too, my dad would make me put cotton. He'd take a cotton ball and like tear it in half and wad it up, and I'd have to shove cotton in my ears because he told me the wind would give me earaches. So I'd have to walk around with cotton in my ears all the time like an asshole.
Hey, you didn't get. You
And then
didn't have to- nobody gave you any shit, or at least you could hear.
Yeah.
Nice cotton ball.
I was gonna
faggot.
say,
Hi.
yeah, Dad was talking shit about you and you never heard a thing. You're just walking along.
He didn't want- he
Stupid
didn't
fucking
want-
kid, goddamn
the reality.
asshole, little fucker, ruined my life, fucking crushed my dreams, you little son of a bitch.
Maybe he
Yeah,
was
we'll go
doing
get ice cream, you little cocksucker.
maybe he was doing a boy named Sue type thing. I mean, they got you with a fucking asthma inhaler and cotton in your ears. You're walking around. I mean, you're gonna get in lots of fights. You're gonna be a very
Yeah.
funny motherfucker.
Yeah, and they weren't even together coordinating this stuff. This was separate. They were
Yeah.
fucking divorced. They were fucking with me
You're
from all
fighting
angles.
two battles.
Yeah.
It's like that.
What if
Howard
you
of the
would have
County
gotten
song.
in? Yeah. What if you'd have gotten into a fight on the playground and gotten your freshly replaced root canal crown? You got a
Baby
crown on one of your baby teeth and gets it knocked out. Like, oh no, that's my fucking
Crown on a baby
that's
too.
$1,200.
You may not know this, but I didn't lose fights. I got in a lot of them, and I didn't fucking lose.
Yeah.
You
I
thank your
believe
dad for
that.
I was about 50-50.
I did lose one, and it was the only one I ever started. I was drunk and a guy was trying to get out of his car at Jack in the Box, and I fucking slammed the door just as he opened it because I was walking by. I'm like, what the fuck? And he got out and beat the shit out of me. I definitely deserved that one.
Did you still go into Jack in the Box?
It was where we hung out in high school. It was the turnaround.
Yeah, you deserved an ass kicking.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Hanging out there, you deserved it.
He was taller than me, and he hit downwards and hit me right here, and my fucking tooth popped through my lip.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
And then it ended up years later in your taint.
Yeah. Later that same night, my uncle ran across that guy, and someone had told him that he beat the shit out of me, but didn't tell him that it was completely my fault. And my uncle's only 3 years older than me, and we were in high school. And he walked up to him and fucking knocked that guy unconscious at a party. I had to go, you didn't have to do that, man.
Yeah.
That was
No,
my
it
fault.
was a Jack in the Box. They deserved it.
Yeah.
Hanging out.
Jack in the Box is like Chinatown. Jack in the Box, Jake. Don't worry about it.
I think you'd have to like change your hangout. If you got your shit beat out of you at your hangout, you'd have to go find a new one. But if it was a small town, you probably just have to suck it up, right?
Oh, we only had the one hangout. Yeah.
Yeah.
I drove over to another town to get my ass kicked. That way, the
Smart.
locals did. Yeah, we go over to Coos Bay and lip off, and they just wave us over and beat our ass, and we drive back. Don't tell anybody about it.
If all you guys will just get in line.
Drive through ass beatings.
The first rule of the Pussy Club is don't mention the ass beating. Don't bring it up and down. Yeah, Coos Bay is always there. I don't know if they're just tougher over there. It was just we just didn't have any idea, go drive around there, and it was always in the same way. Fucking, they would block us off. Somebody get out and get in their fucking. I'd stay in the car most of the time. Like, I'm not getting that. It's like when you go out with the cops. If you get out of the car, you're arrested. And if you're a pussy and you get out of the car in a fight situation, just take your beating inside, cowering. I can't get good angles on you.
But you would continue to go week after week?
Well, we'd go over there and get JL or somebody in town to buy us booze, John Lindergren, and then we'd drive over to Coos Bay and we'd try. Well, we had no concept of it, but we'd go over and we're going to go meet up with some chicks and get laid. It never happened, but it was always, that's what we're getting.
The hope was there because those chicks didn't know you.
Right. And then
you weren't immediately driving over to Coos Bay every Friday to take your ass beating and then go, now what do you want to do?
No. One of my friends was cool and knew Coos Bay chicks, and he would send somebody else to the door. Like, I'd go knock on the door, some Marshfield lady that I didn't know at all, and then it's like, hey man, my friend Al's out in the car. Like, shit. Hey man, Al's out here. Why don't you come on out? Ted Bundy never
hope
thought
that she knew a guy named Al.
Yeah, it was just stupid shit. Can you go do it, man? I don't know why I would do that. Like, what's the percentage of pussy I get? None. Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. I'll do the cold calls on this one.
Just doing the leg work.
Yeah. Then you knock on a few doors, and then they call up the Coos Bay guys and say there's some of them coquille pussies over here knocking on Sarah's door, and then then they'd corner us and kick some ass. We'd drive back and go, well, it's kind of like getting laid. we got laid the fuck out.
You're really harassing people, what it is. Man. Those guys were, they were probably fucking making sure you guys got the fuck out of town. You're cold calling doors.
Yes, because it's also like a plan that you clearly haven't thought through. Because what if it works and the girl comes out to the car? At some point, she's going to realize she doesn't know who you are. So at that point, you just abduct her. I mean, it seems like I know it was a different time. The 80s were a different time. I get it. But...
Yeah, nobody had camera phones or told people where they were going. Yeah, I'm going over to listen to records. You're gone 3 days. Laundry, bloody laundry and shit. No, it's just I fell asleep. You know, that gave you 12 hours. Well, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what their landline, you know, you didn't even know what a landline. But yeah,
Yeah.
Coos Bay was where Coquille we went for fucking misadventure, and then the guys from Myrtle Point would come over to Coquille. But over in Coos Bay is where, you know, you could have your best chance of getting laid, you got a real good chance of getting in a fight. I don't know about getting laid, you know. I guess
That's
I was
interesting
kind
because you put that first.
well, it's kind of I mean, the whole thing is just stupid. It's like I was like, you know, what's that thing where you go out in the woods and you're hunting that make believe critter? Snipe hunting.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
getting laid in
Snipes.
Coquille. Was like, oh, we're going over there, and it was like, you
Snipe
know, they
hunt?
could have taken me out snipe hunting, and I would have had just as much idea what the pussy. Oh, was that a pussy? There goes shake the tree. There comes some pussy.
If I remember anything about being a teenager, is that was the plan every single place we went. All right, we're gonna go out to the lake. Hey, baby, we'll meet some chicks out there. Look, it's
Yeah. So, yeah, fucking maybe they'll be half drugged up and already fucking wet. Think I'm their boyfriend somehow. Fucking foggy vision.
I think I'm Al.
Yeah, think of all the path to winning on that. It's unbelievable what, you know,
Yeah.
like there would be any confidence whatsoever into that
Yeah.
operation.
It's like a 16 parlay.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel good
You're
about
like,
this week.
I think the Colts can cover, and then you're like, I only got one of those games right. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I think I was put in handcuffs more than I was ever legitimately in with a lady over there. That's what we do is we'd drink to get ready to talk to the ladies, and then we'd just drive around all night smashing into guardrails and shit.
trying to offer him Boone's Farm,
Yeah,
Strawberry Hill.
Back then you could sideswipe somebody and just laugh about it later. There's no consequences. Yeah, one of the nights I went over, me and my friend Mitch went over, and we drank a whole fifth of Seagrams, and we were both, you know, just kind of getting into drinking, and it was our first bottle we'd shared or whatever, but we drank the whole thing, and it was a good thing he was driving that night. Because you know, we were just fucking shot for shot. There's no like, oh wait, you're driving, whatever. Just got fucking fall down drunk, and he got in there and fucking started the car up, and I'm like, all right, here we go. And then you know, he laughed when the lights were on him. I remember that. He was like,
Wait, what lights?
He was getting a cop rolled up on him. And he was rolling up there and laughing, and the lights, you know, they get real bright. They get closer. And shit. And he didn't pull off, and he got arrested. And then it was raining, and the cops told me I could just run for it. I think it was like,
What?
you know, they didn't have a lot of
the cop
minorities
got him, Tom.
or whatever, so they
They
just
wanted
like,
to shoot you or what?
Yeah. Hold on, Andy. Did he say try and run for it,
yeah,
or
he
did
goes,
he say
no,
run
he
for it?
He goes, you can just run out of here, or you know.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't arrested. My friend was getting arrested, and I was like, "Well, how am I getting home?" You know, because you can just run out of here. So that's what I did. And then, but I was for some reason I thought they were still pursuing me the whole night. So I was hiding in dumpsters. There was like a tire place that had like a big wheel, a big empty, you know, fucking like a Caterpillar tire. And I remember climbing. A policeman was behind me, just like minding his own business. I went running, and then I hid behind the tire, and then I crawled around it, and then I hid in it, and it was full of fucking water. And I stayed in, just stayed in it for a long time. It was actually warmer than the
Mosquitoes.
Yeah, that's how he ended up getting West Nile virus.
You hope that was water. That's probably where the bums took a piss.
Yeah, it was really warm, and I stayed in that for a long time. And then I thought of this the other day because I went out there with my brother Mushroom, and we went over a bridge, and I'd already
Wait,
talked.
you have a brother named Mushroom, or did I hear you wrong?
My brother David, we went out to get chanterelles, and I was
you
already,
went mushrooming.
yeah, and I'd already worn out my number of words with his wife or whatever. But we rolled over the bridge, East Side Bridge, and I just thought to myself, this is the first bridge I thought of killing myself on. And it was just impromptu that night because I got there and I was all soaking wet. And then my friend lived just on the other side of the bridge, but I didn't know, you know, like what to do. So I thought, well, I'll just jump over the bridge. And then about that time, I was like contemplating it there. The car comes back with Mitch. He got booked and picked up, and they stopped, and it was like George Bailey thinking about jumping, and then Mitch was like, "Hey man," and then we jumped in there, and it was just as fun as what like last I'd seen him. He was in a great mood, and he just got busted, happy and shit. So it took I was like, man, I can't even believe I was thinking of jumping over the bridge. This is still fun, and we had a really good laugh over that.
You got depressed and you didn't even get busted.
I know. So, and we were both going to join the National Guard, and then for him getting busted, I decided not to join and left him to do it on his own.
That's a good friend.
Yeah, like the buddy system. I'm not going into that. Oh, we did not get paid.
I was supposed to go in the Army on the buddy system. Me and another guy were going. My friend I grew up with, we're both going to go in at the same time for the same job and have the whole fucking works. And he actually fell off a bridge a few months before we were supposed to go, and broke all kinds of fucking bones and couldn't go in the Army.
His buddy must have got arrested.
No, our other friend's fat girlfriend fell off the bridge first, and he tried to catch her, and she drug him off. Is what happened.
Oh my God! So wait, what kind of bridge? What was this over? Was it over water?
Over the river. We usually jump off the bridge into the river. It's probably about 65, 70 feet high. They were actually on some rocks on the side of the bridge when they fell. It was just easier to say they fell off a bridge, but they were on the rock. Like 60, 70 feet.
How into that?
Into
they're lucky
sand.
they're not dead then. Sure.
Yeah, they landed in sand.
Oh,
it's a shame.
My God.
It's a shame guys like that can't get into the military, because they should have just a group of troops that have fallen off of shit, busted a fucking foot or two, but they're the crazy fucks. They don't need to
send
fucking
them in
run.
First.
Yeah, just fucking drive a Jeep into fucking,
That logic doesn't work. As I told you, I got rejected from the Marine Corps because I had assault charges.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Well, that doesn't make sense. Don't you guys fucking kill people?
Yeah, but not until we blow the whistle. Anything else?
You should get rejected from the Marines for that assault charge, Chad, but then they should lead you around to another door and bring you around back so you can be screened for special ops.
Yeah.
Like, all right.
Yeah,
you can't be in the Marines, but you can be in the Marines.
The Army recruiter waved it off, and one time even I was supposed to go for a physical, and I told him, man, I smoked weed the other day. I can't go for a physical. He's like, all right, I'll schedule it for 2 weeks. You better clean out. They used to, I didn't know this, but another guy that that I went to school with joined the Army, and he was like, yeah, he goes, if you bring a guy over in to talk to the recruiter, he'll go in the bathroom and fucking lay you down a line of methamphetamine. So the recruiter was fucking giving methamphetamine to high school kids in my town when I was in high school.
What?
If he brought bodies through the door.
Yeah.
Probably got awards for getting a lot of kids in the.
Wow. That's all
recruiters need is bodies. They need counts to go in every month.
Yep.
So those numbers have to be always at a level or above, or then they get fucking busted.
Well, there was a guy. One of the things they told me was that if I recruited somebody else myself and brought them in to join, then I would get promoted before I even went in. And I went to alternative school, so there was a lot of dumb motherfuckers. So I went and talked to this fucking rock and roll t-shirt wearing fucking guy that was not a fucking shoot for the Army at all. I went and talked him into joining and got promoted. He got kicked out during basic training, but I got to keep my promotion.
Yeah, you still got yours.
Yeah. Chad knew so many dumb people in high school that by the time he went in a major.
General Shank.
The downside is this ends up being your battalion. That's the problem.
Yeah, you have to train the guys to be recruited. Fucking stripes.
In the Army, wondering why everybody's so fucking stupid in the Army.
Bunch of losers.
Yeah.
Suckers and losers. Hey, I'm with Chad Shank on no drinking. For how long are you on those antibiotics? I don't want to overstay my sobriety.
I'm actually off of them, so I'm just gonna go as long as I can. I didn't. Jenny
Uh-huh.
bought me a bottle of whiskey for tonight in case I wanted some sours, and I was like, no, I'm gonna fucking drink water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Look
I
at
mean, you know, you were
go.
all fucking sharp last night. I started tripping and having technical problems, and then I was like,
That's true.
yeah.
Your
But
microphone worked.
Too good.
it does pick up. That's why I'm hearing Christmas music, probably. It's
It's playing on your phone right now.
Hey, you're hearing Christmas music
hear
right
Christmas
now, Andy?
music. Yeah, when it. When
Yeah, so that's why I asked him earlier.
Tony Bennett.
Obviously, you've got something on your laptop that's open and playing right now,
running in the background.
Why would I
running
have Christmas
the
music?
background of your. Well, I mean, you have you have some sort of program or application running, and that's what you're hearing.
You know, like pornography. At least it would fit with this time of
What
year.
you could do, is when we're done, you could maybe reboot your computer.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but I just shut it. I shut the thing. I flipped the thing.
Yeah, that doesn't slow the programs.
Like a flip phone.
I
click it
that
down.
was my last
I was
night
still
we were
on
trying
that
to get...
Skype thing or the Zoom. I'm still on that.
Oh, you're still on from last night? Oh, that's great.
When I was trying to get Andy back in later on when Inman was on, and he was blocked from getting back in for some reason. And Greg had to explain to me that Andy had it open on both his phone and his laptop, so it was causing an echo back and forth.
Yeah, we had a loop.
So he had to kick the phone off. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then the mushrooms kicked in.
Uh-huh.
But I'm back to driving a little impaired, feeling good about it. I was really bummed because I opened my last beer of the evening, and then I must have sucked it down because I was like, where did it go? And then I know my mood flipped when I heard Lindsey Graham won, and then I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I drank that beer really fast, and it was the last beer I was going to have. So I was like, fucking just mad at myself. And then I found that full beer, and I was like, oh fuck yes,
glory.
You know, I mean, I don't want to knock down 4 beers and drive. 3 and a couple of mushrooms. You know, it takes the edge off of the. You know, so it's basically like one drink at that point. That's like one beer of the mushroom, sort of cancel it out and calm. You know, it's more of a body high. So you're not like, whoa, what's that lady doing on the road? And she turns into a fucking tree.
Yeah, if you get pulled over, it won't be because of the beer.
Yeah, I would tell the officer, I'm going to fail your physical test because it's a real body high, and I think it's going to throw my, I'm going to have happy feet, if you know what I mean, and the obstacles.
My son got pulled over a couple days ago and had a bit of weed.
Shameful.
Yeah, and the cop told him that he had like a half ounce of weed on him, and the cop told him that's if the Prop 207 passes, he probably won't ever even see court over it, and it passed. So I'm hoping that by the time it gets to through the backlog and his case comes up, they're not prosecuting simple possession anymore.
Well, I think there's a chance.
I think that absolutely. I mean, certainly there are people who know more about this than me because I'm not a lawyer, but I think absolutely you can just say what I'm being charged with is no longer a crime.
Yeah.
And they can't, and even though you committed the act before that happened, by the time you go to court, it's no longer a crime. Yeah. They can't go through with the process.
My guess is they're going to be glad to start tossing with the backlog they have because of COVID. They're going to go, fuck, I can take all these and just fucking toss them.
Clearly,
so I don't even. I don't even think.
And it's what they should do. So somehow it accidentally worked out properly. That's nice.
It's a good time to be charged with a crime.
What I love is when the cop's writing you a ticket, no matter what it is. There's actually one way, 100% effective, that you won't have to go to court, and that's if he lets you fucking go, and especially for the marijuana one. You know,
Yeah.
Because I mean, he
Right.
knows. I mean,
Right.
that was one of the biggest things on the throughout the nation this year was the passing of marijuana laws in so many states. I mean, that was the big one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it seems ridiculous. It's like a
Yes.
waste of
I
fucking
think
ink to write that ticket.
this
Yeah.
vote was a clear referendum that people are okay with a fucked up reality, but they want to alter it
Yes.
legally.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
That's,
yeah,
if
you
Oregon,
know
you
what-
can
This
carry
is our
cocaine
choices.
now.
I want weed.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's interesting to me is that Mitchell and I were talking about this last night. As close as this turned out to be, if Trump would have just like 3 months ago or 4 months ago said, "I'm going to make weed legal federally,"
Yeah.
he would have won. Because
Yeah.
all the people who already were voting for him would have voted for him, and a whole bunch of other people would have voted for him too.
I probably would
And
have.
he just didn't think of it. Because
Yeah.
if he would have thought of it, he would have done it.
Yeah.
But he didn't think of it. And he missed it because that fucking would have done it. Fuck, I would have thought about voting for him. Just for the fucking, that's a bold move, you know?
Well,
I don't agree
it's
with everything
justice.
Hitler
Like,
did.
all
but,
the fucking people have to get
Absolutely.
let out. You know, yeah.
It's the right thing. It's the correct thing. It doesn't matter if the guy who's, proposing it is someone you despise. You're still the thing you want. It's
All
still
those
helps
states
people.
would also make revenue. I mean, that's the
Absolutely.
big thing is all those states that are taxing this shit. They're winning on the revenue side, and that's what we call a one issue voter. He would have created a bajillion one issue voters instantly.
Yeah. Those are one issue livers.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it's all about the weed.
Yeah, we don't care about health insurance.
Yeah.
Health
One thing
insurance.
can happen.
Don't
Wait,
talk
I
about
can
health
grow.
insurance.
My wife and I could grow 12 plants legally, like right in my fucking front yard. Yeah, I want that.
Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck. Oh.
Chaille left early last night, didn't you? Did you?
He popped back in. He was in the room.
We had so many people, and you can only put 2 people at the table we've got set up. So I know Chad and Greg Thompson were manning the chat, and I popped in every once in a while. I was too drunk. I got way too drunk.
Yeah, you were
fast.
hammered.
You were
If
issues with
anybody-
anti-drunk.
Just to say this, if anybody's wondering what the fuck we're talking about, it's the Other End of the World podcast we did last night on our Patreon and Stanhope's Patreon and Stanhope's YouTube channel, right? Chaille?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that where it was?
Yeah, we had
goddamn it,
21,000
it was a lot of
people
fun.
on the YouTube channel last night.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it was such a great time. That was one of my favorite times ever. My favorite part of the whole night, I think, was when Justine Bateman came in and Stanhope's internet immediately shit right out. And he's the only one that knows her. The rest of us are all just sitting there having had a crush on her at some point in our life. And nobody would say anything. We just sat there. I'm going, say something. You got to think of something to say. Nothing.
Hey, what's Tina Yothers like? Tina Yothers was married. She was so hot.
Yeah. Yeah, we were like Potsy and Ralph Malph with Fonzie gone, like without Doug there, we're like, what do we do? There's a girl here. Oh no, you say something. Oh my God.
Play some
Jeff Tate
Nickelback,
threw himself on the grenade and it just fucking blew him all over the place. He failed horribly at it. It was, I like your movie.
Yes.
What'd you like? I don't know.
I don't know. And then that was funny too, because it was like, as soon as Jeff Tate did that, we were all like, that's why we didn't say anything. We made the right call. Oh,
We all
man,
went
that
right
was
back
close.
to shutting up.
I almost talked. Holy fuck. I still got a chance.
She never does Zoom. She never does any of these kind of things, and she's such a huge fan of Doug's. She agreed to do it, and the minute she gets on, she can't talk to Doug.
Right.
It's
The
like
whole
what the
time.
fuck?
She was fantastic. She was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good time.
I learned a lesson about no matter what kind of drugs, like mushroom, any hallucinogenics, and politics, like it was a Super Bowl of politics, and then I'm on hallucinogenics, and then it's like I hear Lindsey Graham one, and then it's like, oh, it's like you can't do drugs
that
like
would have been funny on the fucking podcast, Andy. The
Yeah.
problem was that we kept seeing a fucking TV and a plant and hearing personal conversations between you and James.
Yeah, every time you got unmuted, you were talking to him. So what you needed was to have another person in the room. Since you're tripping on mushrooms, I'm sure he is too. That's the problem. Yeah. Your assistant wasn't assisting you because you needed someone. You needed someone to be looking at the screen and going, "All right, as soon as you go off of mute, then just be quiet until you're ready to say something on the show." But like you were totally quiet until you were unmuted, and then it was like, yeah, I guess I'm just going to do this, and then I'll do something later after this. And then I'll
anything to avoid talking to Inman.
And I think 3 times it happened right at Stanhope's fucking
row. Yeah.
That is what?
Yeah. Right on one of his punchlines.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It was funny. And that was the only punchlines that came through without the internet cutting out.
Yeah. we tested like extensively the day before and then earlier that day, and everything was running fine, but I wasn't running. I mean, we didn't have the connection to like 8 pages of Zoom people. Yeah. We had all of those feeds coming in, and then we were uploading. Chad, you'll know about this because of gaming. We were uploading 2 other streams simultaneously. And a Zoom, and that's what happened. It was just when we went into real life when it really happened.
Too much drag.
And then everyone else has their phones. Everyone's on their phone. Everyone is using the internet connection there, and it slowly degraded. And there was nothing we could do except
I knew it was bothering you because I know how you are with that stuff, and you fucking fix problems immediately. And I knew it was getting you, but I will tell you, it did not detract from the content. Like that was the greatest fucking podcast ever.
It was fun.
That was good.
You know what I noticed last night? Oh, go ahead, Greg.
I just get it to finish up. That's probably why I started drinking. Like a lot.
Yeah.
As soon as because like when we started, like an hour and a half before, I go to fire up my computer and my computer won't turn on. My laptop, everything was running off of the laptop, and then I had another monitor, and then everything was, it's like everything was on that fucking laptop, and it took 25 minutes for me to power it on, and I was freaking out. Yeah, so.
I noticed that James Inman and Drew Carey sound very similar when they're when James is just being a regular person, which I know we don't have a big sampling of that James Inman voice, but he does sound real similar. At least he did to me last night hearing Drew Carey talk, because I was like, is that Inman?
How fucking great was that?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And Jeff Tate and the fucking Bert Kreischer patching things up after 10 years.
Man.
I thought that you guys had treaded into a very dangerous area by having Bert Kreischer and Jeff Tate both on at the beginning. I'm like, do these guys know that they're like a guest for a certain amount of time, or are they going to be sitting in the chair next to Johnny for the whole rest of the fucking telethon? I'm mixing my metaphors there, but...
You knew that they had this beef before that, then?
No. I'm not talking about the beef. I'm just talking about the fact that if Bert and Jeff Tate are on a podcast, it's just Bert and Jeff Tate on a podcast. Like, Bert's got everything has happened to Bert. So, that's a lot of stories.
I
love them both. Jeff was great. I felt like it was great that Jeff had he got a little bit out over his skis by the end, but it was a genuine moment. Like, he was happy to be included and be a part of it, and felt like this sentimental thing because he hasn't been hanging out with us for a long time, and it was real, and I really enjoyed that and appreciated it by the end. But there was a time at the beginning when I was like, well, I'll just sit back and listen to this podcast because Kreischer's never going to leave, and Jeff Tate's definitely not going to leave. And it's just, they were great.
I contacted Jeff the night before when Doug was telling me all the people that he had contacted and had scheduled. Bert Kreischer, we knew he wasn't going to be on the whole time because he was scheduled to be one of the first, and then he had other things he had to do. We knew that. But
Yeah, it was his
Jeff,
birthday too. So
Jeff Tate, I just like everyone else who like Sam Talent, I sent links to other people, other comics that Doug didn't know about just because I figured they'd want to get in and say, hey, or whatever. And I said, look, 45 minutes of every hour scheduled. So just check in at the 45 mark. And then, we'll play catch up then. But he was in it at the beginning.
great.
Yeah.
I wonder how many copies of the Unbookables got sold after Inman's appearance last night.
It's an interesting question. I didn't see anything on social media from Jeff Pearson or Mary Jones, so maybe they were so busy filling orders today
I woke
they
up and
weren't
saw
able
that it was
to
trending.
do any proper.
The Unbookables was
enjoyed
trending
it
this
last
morning. It
night.
said
He's
Nevada,
a good
Nevada
sport.
vote, Georgia vote,
Yeah.
Unbookables, all trending. And
Yeah, at term limits, Nevada.
yeah, Oregon drugs. Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's,
How does that work, Andy? You gonna have like a cocaine dispensary?
well,
That would be
just like
fantastic.
what I
Wait,
want to do
what's going
is
on?
people.
What happened?
people
Oregon
who are
legalized
holding
all drugs.
Yeah, you can.
Well, Oregon. It's they didn't technically. I hate to actually you, but
That's what the
an important
headline
point, I
said.
think.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing: they decriminalized it, which
Right.
means they're not going to arrest you for it, but it's not legal to carry
Right.
cocaine around. So I don't know what that exactly means, but it's it's not. We're not quite at the
We're working
dispensary
out.
phase yet, but there's no reason you shouldn't start putting out some feelers because
Yeah.
you can't put the fucking cocaine back in the baggie. Once it's out, it's out.
I might do a little, but I won't step on it. And I'll hold it here. And then when you're like you want to go on vacation or something, you get a hold of me and say, could we have our Coke back? And then it'll be like, whoop, I'm sorry. This phone is no longer in service.
The number you've reached is no longer.
Yeah, but it's just weed. Like I
Yeah.
into where weed states are because if the world ever does open up again, I don't want to be in one of them other states again. And now Montana was added, New Jersey, which
I think
fuck New Jersey,
even
they're all
the
back,
Dakotas.
Yeah, there's so many fucking douchebags in New Jersey. I hope that they get really good weed and they calm down a little bit and don't fucking reference themselves every few fucking minutes. You're not that interesting out there. You're fucking.
It's the Jersey in me.
Yeah. You're just fucking dumb. Smoke weed and lose that whole fucking ego thing.
There's not going to be a ton of new people smoking weed, I don't think, in any of these situations.
No, but
I was
just being
thinking
able to
about that,
get
like,
it.
Because people are complaining, well, they're adding a 16% tax on weed, and I'm like, well, the only people that are going to buy legal weed in Arizona are probably rich people who've never really smoked weed. Everybody else already has a weed guy. There's not like it's not already been going on forever, and now we can all grow weed. I mean, it's going to be just people that don't know anybody and have expendable fucking cash is going to be the only ones, and then good. Then it goes to fucking taxes.
And then if it tracks California, Chad, after a year or two, some of the dispensaries will get big enough and have enough selection, and the varieties will be such that you'll end up being like, well, my weed guy's got 2 different kinds, and the dispensary's got 150 kinds, and better, so you had a weed guy. Which is fine, but that's fine.
I think it'll be a while before that happens. I think even with people growing, because people, it's easy to grow weed, but it's not easy to grow good weed.
Yeah. Here's what you don't go to a weed store.
That might be a bigger thing in Arizona.
You might have to wait at a weed store, but you don't sit there while the guy plays fucking Tiger Woods golf on his TV for 45 minutes and then looks at you like, yeah, I know you're still there, dude. Hey, man, did you pay for that last one or whatever? He's like, the weed store, it's just like 7-Eleven, you go in and get your candy and you leave there. It's no bullshit. You don't have to sit out in the car with 2 or 3 guys out in front of the place.
Yeah.
I
guess maybe that's it, Chad. It'll be who's going to be buying weed at the dispensaries? Adults. It's like and that's not meant in any disparaging way to you, but it's like I don't smoke weed enough anymore to worry about it, but I can go into the dispensary with no problem and buy weed.
Maybe
You know,
you
it's
just
just
want
so
weed.
easy and simple. And fucking here, give me, thank
Maybe
you. Done.
maybe you
2
want
minutes.
weed and
Well,
you don't want a friend that plays frisbee disc golf. You know, you just want to get the weed.
Or you'll meet him on the course. You don't have
Yeah.
to go to where he's
Yeah.
at.
But you know what? I'll meet you out there.
Yeah.
No, they got the weed. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, my supply of weed is not in jeopardy, and it's better quality weed than I can get at any dispensary, and it's
I grew some.
So,
pretty-
are you gonna
way
grow weed
cheaper.
now, Dad?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna grow weed fucking
That's
probably
awesome.
this weekend.
That's so great.
He's motivated.
I've already got all the lights and stuff for the small setup. I did it a long time ago, but
Yeah. The real irony of all of this is that this changes your life for the better, in a tangible way. And it was politics that made that happen.
Yep. Good
well,
old-fashioned politicking.
I
Yeah.
did go in.
Yeah, and see what it did. Just your one
Man.
vote.
Let me tell you what, it's starting to look like my vote mattered.
Yeah, it did.
It's nice
See?
to pretend that your vote matters.
Yeah,
Makes
your
you
vote was
feel
like
good.
that. Yeah, remember that? I'm just a bill. I'm
Yeah.
just a bill. That
Uh-huh.
was Chad's vote, and it went
Yeah.
up there to Capitol Hill, and it got weed legalized.
Actually, like
That's how it works.
Like I do with anything that makes you feel good, I did overthink this as well, and I already searched on the Arizona vote website to see if my vote was counted, and my vote has not indeed been counted yet. So no,
Good.
my vote doesn't matter yet.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'm not hopeful that I won my position. I ran as a last-minute write-in. There was 3,000 votes for a write-in. So, if I got 12 votes, that means there's a lot of other people getting votes.
I would
Where'd
love
you
it if
check
you
that
showed
out,
up
Andy?
on a poll.
I don't know. There is a way to check it though. They just have the number of write-ins, and then over the next few days. But I have a feeling, I got fucking, steamrolled by somebody who was actually qualified.
Unless they got to write it
and
in.
knew where Zone 5 was and what an
So
inspector did.
somebody knew, what the job entailed.
Yeah. So, next
Hey,
year
we
I'll
got
start
7
earlier.
votes for angry Andrist. Angry?
Yeah. And I could have, it's just I wanted to help them. I didn't care about the job. I just wanted them to be happy, whatever they are and whatever I was supposed to do. But I'll still do it if I get the gig. I'll show up and get a windbreaker, maybe. It's a Zone 5 inspector.
Zone 5 inspector should definitely be wearing a windbreaker.
If I get a per diem, that's
Hard
the
hat,
first thing
too.
I'm doing is to go out and get that tool place and get a hard hat, and then I'll get a official windbreaker.
Mhm.
And then
Harbor
that
Freight.
Maybe you should
Yeah,
just
fun.
start. Maybe you should just start carrying these things and wearing these things around, and just kind
To
of
be ready.
become
Yeah.
the Zone 5 inspector.
Yeah,
Just dress for the job you
Yeah,
want. You know what
right,
I
yeah.
mean? Like get out there, start being it, and next thing you know, you are.
I'd like to do a combination of Men's Warehouse and Harbor Freight. Show up in a suit with a hard hat, and then take the jacket off and roll up the sleeves, and then not do a fucking thing.
Yeah, point.
Yeah.
Point with a
Say,
rolled up
roll my
plant.
sleeves up and act like I'm getting busy and shit. Stand there for a while. Stand there for a
A
long time. and then
lunchbox full of paperwork
and then
instead of
leave.
a
Uh-huh.
briefcase.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's what an inspector does. You're like, what's this guy doing? And you don't even know. I just fucking did it, and then I'm out. Like, who was that? Nobody knows. That masked man was the inspector. Zone 5. He was him do good job for Indian.
I think you'd be a fine Zone 5 inspector, Andy.
Yeah. I mean, maybe if I don't get it, I'll just drive around and follow the guys doing it this time, so that when the job's up in 2 years, I'll have already,
Yeah, like
Yeah.
shadow train.
Shadow him. Yeah.
Well, and plus I could just show up there for the job because nobody, maybe they don't know who's coming in, and I just show up and
In the
get
interim,
there for the other guy. And then once you're in there, you get the key or whatever. You're like, no, dude, I'm doing this. You know, how bad does anyone want a job that no one applied for?
Yeah, I didn't know when I voted. I didn't. There was some of them that were, just one person was running, and I'm like, well, why even fucking bother? I mean, yeah, of course, vote for that guy. Nobody else wants the fucking job. Who am I gonna vote for? Nobody. Let that guy do it. He wants to do it. So that was my strategy of voting for the first time yesterday.
That's nice. I like that it's your first time voting and you're already questioning the whole process. Why are they even doing this race? It's only one guy. This is why I never did it. It wasted my time.
Everybody was super nice over there.
I thought Inman had a good, by the way, I thought Inman made a good point that to me was funny and but it sounded right to me, and I had never done it this way before. But he was like, when he was voting, he voted for whoever, but when he got to the judges, he's like, I don't know any of these people, so he just voted them all out. Like whoever the incumbent was, vote for the other person.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's actually not a bad way to go about it. Just assume all of them suck, and if you flush out a couple of good ones because of that, well, hey, that's just that's the cost of doing business.
Yeah, collateral damage.
There's no other way to know. There's no other way to know who these fucking people are. You're voting on judges. I don't know any.
Yeah.
I always vote for the most ethnic name on the ballot.
I found myself doing that too. I did the name I liked. I did Democrats because just fucking I know that they're not fucking supporting Trump, so I fucking did Democrats. And but I did the name that I liked better. And most of the time, the Hispanic ones all had a nickname, and I liked their nickname was included
Pancho.
Yeah,
Jose Shorty Garcia.
Yeah. So I voted for all those ones of that nickname.
Hey, I voted for Maria Sad Eyes.
Squint did very well in the. Yeah, my dad could have been one of those fixers. Like we're changing.
I should be a campaign consultant.
All right, sniffer. Oh, he could have come up with names for the opponents, Sniffer Riddlin there. He's sniffing. He says, why is he always sniffing?
Yeah, that probably would have been more effective.
I'm eating a weed lollipop. Yes, sir.
Okay. Sorry, Erickson. I just saw him licking his lolly there, and I don't know why we brought it up.
I'm medicating, sir.
Yeah. Okay.
Been through a tough one. Yeah, I did. I was cutting. My thing was cutting out on. I think once I turned the phone off, things got better. I could hear. But Inman didn't seem to be near tears, and he wasn't angry at any of us in particular. So it was like
good.
Yeah.
Well, he's a good sport about the ridiculous questions and answered them in a funny fucking way. I thought he was a good guest.
Quarantine has done him some good. He seemed much happier.
He didn't fucking melt down, I guess, is the main thing.
Well, we can try again.
It definitely makes you worried to answer the phone if he calls anytime soon.
He left me a couple of really long, rambling Twitter private messages that I was just like, that eventually looped back to, I can't believe you guys did Altercation Fest in Austin without me. What the fuck? And I was just like, it's just unbelievable. That it doesn't matter what the topic is. It's like a pachinko game. It doesn't matter what the topic is at the top. You can drop it in on any one, but it's a rigged one. It's always going to come out on
funnel at the bottom to one slot.
How did you guys do this without me? And it's like, we never did it without you. It would be funny at this point if we had actually conspired against him to keep him out of Altercation Fest, but we had nothing to do with it. So
I wish he would have been on it this year. Like, this is the year JT knowing that the festival is going to get canceled. Books Inman.
If they ever, we shouldn't do it to JT. That's where this would suck. But we should book it like we're going to do it, and then invite him, and then we just don't show up, and he's the only one who shows up for it.
He would kill. Yeah. Well, it wasn't, it was almost like an Unbookables reunion there. There was no Lipsky. And I don't know if anyone really thinks of Wilkerson in there. I think of
They'd
him as the
recognize
Satan
him because of the
character.
devil thing.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He's
Mhm.
off. He's off.
He wasn't in there too much, but but besides, we could have pumped Rouse in there in the corner, and it would have been a full reunion.
And Walsh too.
Yeah, Walsh was on there.
We need to get a cutout of Rouse. Put in the back.
Yeah.
You guys got a lot of fucking cutouts there, Chaille.
More
Yeah.
bendable.
We got more
He's
coming.
skinny.
John Norris said he sent one from the Alaskan comics that I'm looking forward to seeing.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, I wonder if it's what's the big guy's name? That'd be funny.
Matt Collins.
Matt
Collins.
Yeah, that would be funny.
That'd be
Just
funny.
send this gigantic one that sits right in front of all the other ones, blocking their view.
Ralphie May in there, and there's only room for 4 cutouts today.
Ralphie May actually died too soon because he would have been perfect for the pandemic because he's so fat, everyone's 6 feet away. He could go anywhere.
Well, and it became perfectly acceptable to drive up to a place and get a bag of food.
Yeah, once we get the cutout, we'll have you roast battle the cutout of Ralphie May.
That's funny.
Oh, I would love that.
Met a Katie too.
Cheers.
As am I. Cheers.
Yeah, I was kind of hungover. I took a big long nap, is why I don't have any booze really. As I was like, I could get up and go get booze or just try to do the podcast sober. So I made the wrong choice.
But don't worry, we're not recording a Patreon tonight, so you don't have to power through 2 sober shows.
We still got some desert.
We still got some desert footage to come out later this week. So if you haven't signed up for our Patreon, sign up for our Patreon and watch videos of us out in the desert, high on drugs.
So
and we should go. And once we get done with that batch, we go back to the desert and film another batch, do a bunch more drugs.
I'm for that.
Yeah.
It definitely is an annual trip now, right? I mean,
for sure, at least that.
Oh, the cat's out.
Yeah,
of
I
the
think
bag,
we should.
Though. I mean, you can't say we're going to Branson again.
Well,
we don't have to.
Going anywhere.
We're gonna
unless Andy spills it.
Well, here's the other thing, though. We can. This is now our next tier of our Patreon. I don't want to pull everybody into our, our meetings, but we can, for a price. If people want to be part of the Issues with Andy VIP group, then for a price you can pay, and we can tell you where and when the next, moon dance is happening.
You can reach private dealer level on our Patreon.
The Issues with Andy Fantasy Weekend Camp.
Hey, Scarface, come here, man. We love you, dude. You don't have to be so angry
Artists
all the time.
are doing that all the time, man. That's where the money is. And we're going to show these people a good time. They're going to be hanging out in a nice, fun, relaxing environment. And, for just a couple $1,000, they can join us. Well, we'll set the amount later.
We've already set an amount.
We'll drive down and visit their area twice.
Come out to my ranch, man. I gotta like that dude with the truck.
Yeah.
Come out to my place.
Oh, Andy, don't call him the dude with the truck. It's the guy you invited to our camp.
The gun dealer.
Rolled in
the gun
playing
dealer
fucking
who
Eddie Money, full blast, and with his fucking high beams on and his fucking stupid LED blue fucking under the wheel well lights.
I was 95% sure I was gonna fight.
Oh, I thought for sure. I just started
trying to
tripping,
serve
and I
Chad
go, I
some
can't
fresh
handle
beef.
this.
Hey, you guys look like somebody that I'd like to see get thumped by Chad. Why don't you come over? Hey, make a big entrance, guys. We love it. We love it. Over the top. Think Jim Carrey on cocaine.
Paradise City by Guns N' Roses on there. Maybe just crank that while you creep by the tent sites.
Say something
Turn
political.
those fucking high beams back on, man. We dig that. We were all sitting here peacefully fucking visiting. Yeah.
Yeah. He thought that somebody was going to compliment him on his cool, badass Jeep with the purple running lights and the big, kangaroo poaching fucking lights across the top.
Yeah.
But nobody gave a fuck. And we were like, okay. And he's like, hey, what song do you guys want to hear? Like he had this big remote in his hand, like he could play any song. And it's like, yeah, we all have those in our hands already. We had music going.
Everyone here can do
Everyone's
it.
already doing it.
The fact
And
that you can't.
I promise my son has better taste in music than you do. And then he's like, well, you guys want to hear Freebird or you give me three
Zevon.
steps. Which
Zevon,
Leonard
how do you
Skinner
spell
song?
that?
Yeah.
Zevon. Okay.
Yeah,
What do you want to hear?
couldn't
I
find
said
any-
Zevon. Who? He didn't know who Warren Zevon was, and he wanted to DJ.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good ugly.
Yeah,
Like,
that was something. That was that was also the same time that talking about doing another thing at Panamint or somewhere and having fans of the show there. We had a fan of the show up there based on the ability by that person to have figured out what we were talking about when we were talking about Branson, and came out to the desert
On a whim.
hoping we would be thinking
on the right
on
day.
a whim, thinking that we were going to be there. And when he got there, he came to his tent and he looked over, and there was one place with lights up and a bunch of people sitting around the campfire. And he said, then he heard Chaille's laugh and he knew he fucking had the right place. Like the whole thing fucking worked. He was right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like in Coquille, they used to
Chaille
have
Holtman.
a contest where they would hide a letter of the radio station. It would call it the Missing W, and they would give clues about the Missing W, and then people would drive all around Coos County and looking for that, and then they'd end up finding some bottles and stuff, and But my family would go looking for the Missing W, but that's what that felt like. That guy just picked up the clues and showed up there with a doily.
The other part is that we were all tripping pretty hard at that point, or at least I was. And so this guy walks up to us at the campfire, and he's huge, and he's wearing a fucking Shaka Zulu fucking mask.
Andy called it a macrame mask, and it fucking killed me. I love it.
Like the description.
But he
used to put a cover on the toilet paper. It would make a fancy cover. That's what that mask looked like. It was like, and like you said, we had a few mushrooms, and it was like freaking me out on that level.
He just walked up to us and was like, I don't even remember what he said, but he's like, hey.
He said, is that Greg Chaille and Chad Shank right here?
Yeah, but that wasn't the first thing he said. He said something just like weird or normal or something, but like in character. But the whole thing was more like witch doctor. That was what the outfit was. It was like a big witch doctor outfit. And then he's like, is that Greg Chaille and Chad Shank? And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, wow, the trips are getting like really like on the nose. Like, wow, it's like I took some mushrooms and a spirit guide led me through the dream world, and I saw what my purpose was. It's like, the spirit guide's actually here, and he's got Greg Chaille and Chad Shank on his list. So take a number.
I didn't know who or why he was there, but I definitely knew he was going to get to hang out. So I made him take this mask off. Right. And then he put it back on, But I wanted to see who the fuck was in there because I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
Well, at first I thought it was just some random guy some random dude that went camping and wanted to trip out in the desert and just lucked upon another group of people who were doing the same thing. But then it ended up being that, it was Chaille Holtman.
That's
and
right.
He was funny.
He was hunting us.
He was very funny too. I like that dude. He whenever I talked shit to the new guy with the fucking Jeep, I knew that was all I could say. I couldn't say anything else. If I said anything else, I was going to be standing up and going towards him while I said it. So I just knew I couldn't say anything else at all. And if he escalated it, that would be fun. But I had to just sit there. And Chase sat over there and fucked with the guy so good, and I was over there cracking up. That guy was clueless.
If there would have been trouble, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I said if there was trouble, I would have taken the sidekick.
The guy who couldn't even stand?
The guy who stumbled into me. Yeah, I was like, I will fucking have him.
Yeah, he stood silently with his thumbs in his pockets like a tough cowboy. Like, oh man, that's nobody to be fucked with. And then all of a sudden, he just stumbled over 6 steps to the left and almost took out a whole fucking, tray or a table full of shit.
At
like,
one point he went forward and almost landed on that gate that was.
Yeah, I caught he. So I was,
that's to put him in a chair.
That was the one moment I was like, oh, I probably got COVID. Because like all the drugs and and all how we did those or whatever, but that guy staggered into me, and then I caught him from falling, and then he blew into my face. I was like, oh, oh no.
Well, don't ever.
And the guy was just such a.
Don't ever take out the sidekick, Andy, until I'm ready for you to, because my plan was to use that guy as a weapon to throw into the other guy before I started beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, I would I mean, a little light violence for levity. I don't think you would have, we wouldn't have had to pull you off like, oh shit, he's caved his face in. I think it would have been funny violence and then send them on their way with their big fucking kangaroo spotlight, as Brett said.
Depends on how
the whole thing was creepy as fuck, because you guys met them over at the restaurant across the street, and they got this big Jeep and it's got these lights and the purple running lights, and then they come over. And, there were a couple of girls with you eating that these guys saw, and they come over, and their whole pitch was, you guys ever go to the Salina Hot Springs? You guys ever go to the Salina Flats? Whatever the fuck it was. And we're like, no. He's like, yeah, you should come over there. It's pretty cool over there. We got a place over there. You should come over there. It's like, dude, we are already in the fucking desert. There's nobody around us. And now you met some of the women, and now you've come over here to invite us to go deeper into the fucking hills have eyes fucking area of the world. Yeah. To your
sounded
fucking
good to
party.
me.
Like,
let's go, ladies.
Oh my god,
desert life.
Yeah, I bet those guys are still fucking waiting for somebody to show up out there. Well, yeah, what a fucking weird, like in the middle of the night, let's go. Yeah. And then he kept trying to show us pictures of it. Like, it's like somebody's going to show you a picture that's going to, okay, here we go.
Yeah.
This guy's got a waterfall with a monkey hanging on a limb and fucking trees with fucking papayas and shit. Vodka on tables.
This looks
it's
legit.
all in one picture.
This looks legit, man.
Yeah, and a rainbow with guns and cocaine. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's only going to cost us 3 women.
Me from the fucking get-go, and come on over to my fucking random fucking remote place. Fuck that guy. They do find, I mean, it was actually, I mean, he was talking to Annie quite a bit, and then but then he goes, where are you guys going? And then I said, over there. And then I said, and then I gave him directions basically from there, because he was
we knew how we got there.
I don't like answering questions. I wouldn't be very good at politics, because I'd just be, I'd spill out the honest answer or something. Yeah, all right, come on over and fucking hang out.
Well, that's why we support you in Zone 5 site inspector.
Yeah.
Because you're not like the other politicians.
You guys want to come over to Zone 5? Bring your drugs over to Zone 5. We're going to have a party over there, man.
I know an inspector.
Hey, yeah. See these lights I got on my truck? They only cost $2,000. A light, Hey, what do you want to hear? Yeah, he was like, I mean, good thing we weren't more hopped up or violent or whatever, because that guy represented every Trumpian right there. His big fucking light and his stupidness and his fucking property and shit. Like, yeah, let's go over there and steal it and give it to the fucking poor. That's what I wanted to do. If it costs us a couple of random ladies we have out here, Well, god damn, that's war, man. You know.
Yeah, it would have been fun to get the Jeep from him and then like drive it to Darwin and then just
I
leave
did
it
want
in
to see.
Darwin.
I did. I mean, that's what I was like. I went in back of it, and then I was like, I sized it up, and I was like, I was gonna do it with a police car at a funeral a few months ago, but I was like, I could get in that and drive it away, and then, but one of the reasons I didn't want it was like that would escalate the trouble there. It's like now that guy's stuck.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe. Let's say maybe it would have.
It would have been fun
Chances are.
for me to blast up the freeway in that guy's car, and then ditch it a few
Yes.
miles and then run back. But you
Right.
guys
Painted silver.
yeah. Rifle it for drugs, of course, and
Of course.
take pictures of any documents. I'm not just a joyrider; I'm also a businessman.
Andy, before we go, you should tilt your camera down and show everybody your shirt, because
Or just stand up.
I love that.
Yeah, I got it.
It's
Guy sent it
got
to me.
Issues with Andy alien shirt.
Area 51, and then I wore it once and lost it. But like anything, if you spend some money for it, it'll come back to you.
Oh, is
Is
that
that how it works?
Is that it?
Well, not usually. Yeah, that is basically.
Oh,
Looks
that's
good.
the alien version.
Issues with Zach
Parallel universe. They're doing issues with Andy.
Yeah.
Dude,
Andy,
the
we'll
whole
get-
universe is fours, man. It's the whole thing is fours. It's always fours. You'll see if you start noticing how many fours are out there.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit.
Abraham Lincoln tried to tell us that. Famous
Yeah.
speech.
Four
Brought up
scores.
four times.
Oh shit! I love you guys.
Oh,
All right, let's go do something. Thanks for being out there, everybody. We love you guys. We got issues with Andy merch that Chaille just had up. Get yourself a shirt with a nice 4 theme on it.
A 4-banger.
And 4-banger. Looks good. And DougStanhope.com /merch. And there's Andy's Venmo. If you'd like to send Andy anything, maybe be a pen pal, write a letter, send some cash for trips to the dispensary and the new cocaine dispensary that Oregon's going to have opening up. So actually, there's going to need to be more sent to that Venmo address.
Yeah, and I can hold drugs too now, so don't be shy about putting those in the box.
Try to mark everything, or at least somehow, maybe
Yeah,
send
like
some
serving
sort of
serving
missive.
sizes. Cocaine servings.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it looks like one big serving.
Directions. Exactly. Portion it out for Andy, please, and for the rest of us. You can also follow Chad Shank on Twitch. Subscribe to his Twitch channel and watch him on there. Get drunk now that he's through the antibiotics and he's made it to the other side, and it's going to be back to drinking fucking whiskey and fucking around. So subscribe. And I think that's it. Like and subscribe to the channel right here. Tell your friends. We have a Patreon that you can subscribe to, and all these stories that we're talking about the Jeep driving douche are from our trip to Death Valley, and all of this is I don't know. I mean, it might not even. We made some podcasts out there, so that's what's on the Patreon right now, and there's a lot of cool shit on there. So subscribe. It's just $5 a month. And what else? Anything else?
I'm gonna edit the other end of the world podcast in the next couple of days, and we're gonna put it up on our Patreon. So I guess there's no reason why we shouldn't put it up on the Issues with Andy as well, since you guys were part of it.
Absolutely. That's great. Is that video and audio, or just the audio?
Video and audio.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So that's what we're trying to figure out right now. I got to piece it together because we had some issues with recording in the beginning. But I definitely want to get that Jeff Tate story with Jeff Tate and Bert Kreischer patching stuff up.
Yeah.
I really tugged at the old heartstrings.
It was very genuine and very cool to watch. So yeah, check that out if you can, guys.
Oh shit! All right.
And Andy, we'll get that naturejack.com sent over to you. We'll get it all worked out so that you guys
I'm
can
gonna try to
have
do
an
it
easy
myself.
website to go to get those nude shirts.
Where can you get them until then? Just Venmo
just-
you and Venmo.
Yeah.
If you Venmo Andy, if you want an issue or not an issues with Andy, if you want an Andy Andrist Nature Jack T-shirt, Venmo Andy. How much is it? $25, $40.
35 for the Nature Jack, and then the other ones I was doing. Yeah, it's
30,
fuck.
30, no,
$35.
Just go to
$35
Andy's.
for $35 for the Nature Jack T-shirt. Venmo the money to him and let him know what T-shirt size you are. And Andy's using that money to help put the final touches on his special together, so that we could get that done and get that out. So you'll be helping him do that as well, and you'll be able to wear a T-shirt around with a cartoon picture of a man jacking off to a mountain and sometimes a fire. So
and it has a message about climate change and world peace and all hidden in that. There it is.
There it is. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And that's just one of two amazing designs by Brett Brock.
Yeah, Brett Brock did. Yeah.
Thank you, Brett. So that's it. All right. I love you guys. That's Chad Shank and Greg Chaille. I'm Brett Erickson. That's Andy Andrist. This is Issues with Andy. We'll see you next time.